Anybody else excited to play Division 2? I'm excited to play Division 2. Finally! We are getting good content. Well, I don't know if it's good yet because I don't have my hands on it. I haven't been able to play it. But Title Update 11's preview just dropped today in the state of play, and we've got it. The new PVE mode coming to Division 2 is called The Summit. Now, if you've ever seen the movie The Raid or Dread 3D, we know the concept. You go in on the ground floor, and you've got to go from floor 1 to 100 and kill every single son of a bitch that you run into until you get to the top floor and extract out of there with your loot. So, how does it work? Easy. The floors are broken off into tiers. Those tiers represent difficulty. Floor 1 through 20, that's hard. 21 to 40, challenging. 41 to 80, heroic. 81 to 100 will represent the legendary difficulty. Now, yes, matchmaking is active for this PvE activity, which means if you matchmake and you want to do heroic, you will be starting off at floor 41 and grinding your way all the way to 80. If you matchmake and you want to just do legendary, you'll start off at floor 81 and go all the way to floor 100. What can we run into in this skyscraper? Everyone. You'll run into cleaners, you'll run into Rikers, you'll run into those freaking suicidal douchebags whose name I completely forget at the moment. You'll even run into the cannibals that you run into in the sewer, and those black bike messenger ninjas that you run into randomly on the street. Every single enemy faction we have ever run into will be inside of this building. And it is completely random. Now, it's not all random, but for the most part, it's completely random. You see, every 10 floors is a boss floor. Those boss battles are procedurally generated, so they will more or less always be the same when you get in there. What's not procedurally generated and is going to be completely random are all of the other floors. These floors will have you doing things that you've either done in missions before, which is sit here and cap this zone, or rescue a hostage, eliminate a target, destroy computers, destroy certain parts. So they'll have a different wealth of activities for you to do every single time you get to a new floor, so you're not bored. Now, for those solo aficionados out there, yes, you will be able to go in and solo from floor 1 all the way to 100 if you want to. Please, 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 massive, listen to me. Massive, listen to me. For people who are going to be soloing this content, please give them something that allows them to show off. Like, make it be like a whole fucking suit. Like a whole suit. Across the board, whole suit. Like something that says, I did this ridiculous thing, here's my cosmetic reward. Like, please, like, give people an incentive to want to go into this thing and solo from floor 1 all the way up to 100. Give us that. Like, I would love for there to be an incentive for me to just solo the entire thing from start to finish. That would be absolutely beautiful. Now, not only are the factions inside of this summit, rogue agents are inside the summit, and so are hunters. Apparently they didn't nail it down saying hunters were in there, but they were giving off a couple of smirks, which means we're going back to underground where we're pushing and clearing areas, and the hunter drops out of a vent and starts wiping your team from behind because you never expected him. Yes, I would even hope that I get to a floor and we're encountering rogues, and a hunter drops in behind the rogues and drops in behind us, and then we have to, like, either fight the rogues or fight the hunter, because I'm fighting the hunter first. The hunter's the bigger threat, and then I'm going back to smashing the rogues. Like this, like the chaos that I'm thinking of that we'll be able to encounter inside of this zone completely hypes me up. Like, I'm 100% there for it. I loved Underground back in Division 1. I was waiting for Underground to come back in Division 2. If this is the version of Underground we are getting in Division 2, I am 100% there for it. Now, the major thing that we're all also here for is loot. And loot is going to be representative of the difficulty. So if you're running on hard and challenging, the loot's going to reflect that. If you're running on heroic, between floor 41 and 80, the loot's going to reflect that. If you're doing legendary, 81 to 100, that's where the loot's going to be. And I'm hoping that the loot is good. I'm hoping that we've gotten rainbow loot out of the goddamn door and we've thrown it off the top of Summit. I'm hoping that the loot is 100% and it's freaking beautiful, because I am loving every single thing that I hear about this new activity. It is more or less what we've wanted, what we've been looking for as an alternative to raids. I'm tired of raids. Like, I just want tight 4-man squad gameplay that's super fucking challenging and super freaking rewarding, and it feels super satisfying when you beat it. I'm excited. I'm super excited. Like, I didn't know how I was going to feel going into this title update. I didn't know how this whole thing was going to look, but seeing it now, looking at it now, I cannot wait. This is going to be a blast. There was more stuff announced in the title update, but that's going to be in a separate video, because I feel as though that I need to focus on Summit. There was a lot going on there. So we're going to talk about the new gear sets and the new exotics and the new weapons and yada 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 and all this stuff that's going to end up breaking the game, because it's absolutely insane. So see you in the next one. Peace.